Welcome back, my enlightened ones. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my home. I am Cat Four Winds. If you're new here, welcome back, everybody. Getting back from hiatus here. Getting on track. We're doing the Dogman tonight. I'm pretty excited about that. It should be a creepy class. So, anyway, so thank you for stumbling along my channel. If you're new here, anybody who stumbles along later, you're just as important. You're just as valuable. So thank you for coming along today and hanging with us. So I'm going to say hello to my friends here. We have Adam and Vincent and Angie. Hi, guys. Welcome. I think Julie and them are supposed to come in later. Don't know what's going on there. So, but anyway, welcome to my channel, guys. So tonight's class is going to be about the Dogman. So I have a few stories that are going to entailing the Michigan Dogman. So there's going to be a few stories I'm going to be sharing with you about that. So it's pretty exciting. Next week's class will be the Rake. I am going to be talking to you about personal experience that Sara and I, my daughter and I have had, as well as Shane with a rake. And we actually caught a picture of it, and we had some cool experiences, so I will be sharing that next week, so that'll be fun. So the rake next week. So what do you say we dive into this? Everybody, can you guys hear me okay? Everything good? Everything okay? All right, so the Michigan Dogman is mainly what's going to be this class tonight. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I need to set the mood. So here we go. Welcome back. So the werewolf is one of the most iconic monsters of history, both fictional and historical. Ever since I was a child, I was always fascinated with werewolves and dogmen and so forth. I just always thought that was a cool thing. Just jumping over to chat. Sounds good. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Adam. I greatly appreciate you, honey. Was that your howling? I'm a cat. I meow and purr. Oh! Yeah, I guess I howl too. The idea of walking upright, half wolf, half man, has invaded many fantasies enthusiasts' imaginations. Let's see if I can pull up a picture for you here. Here we go, half man, half wolf. Here's a creepy little dude. One would be hard-pressed to call a werewolf a cryptid, though that is where we find our new friend. The Dogman paws its way into tonight's story. So the physical appearances of the Dogman, just want to go over these, resembles a large upright canine, often likened to a werewolf or a wolf-like creature with human characteristics. Size typically described as being larger than normal. Wolf often about 7 feet tall. I probably could put a little music in here just to, and I'll turn it down here just to, there we go. To make it a little creepier. Okay, here we go. I'm assuming that's playing. I can't quite hear it. Yep, I can hear it now. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that back down so it's not killing your ears. Okie dokie, here we go. All right, so back to the Dogman. So different names for the Dogman. People call him Beast of Javadan, Dogman Werewolf, Skunka, Warrican, Man Dog, Rugaru, Skinwalker, Wolfman, Wendigo, Devil Dog, and Rugaru. Now, the Wendigo and the Skinwalker are different things. They are not actually a Dogman, but it all kind of gets looped together, you know, pictures in, pictures out. So, just jumping over to here. Sounds very creepy. Is it too loud? Is the music too loud, guys? Just let me know. Thumbs up. All right. It's hard because I have to jump between screens to see my chat. I have to go away from all my banners and stuff. Okay, sounds creepy. Okay, cool. All right, so there's also 7 variants of Dogman. Before I jump back into my story, I do want to mention this, okay? So the type variant 1 is tall, lean, and strong with a baboon head. Type 3 variant 2 is, let's see here, a chow-like head. You can't see that. I think that's, I can't quite read that. Wow. Type 3, it's a Sasquatch. Wow, dyslexic much? Sasquatch with his muzzle, okay. Canine variant one on the bottom there, like a standing timber wolf. Then we have the hyena like. Then we have the large, strong, bodied, pointy ears. And then we have the soldier, extreme, large head. So these are different forms of the dogman. So the dogman is also referred to, as I said, the Michigan dogman. Um, also, it is also known as the Beast of Bray Road. Here we go. It's an upright canine. Excuse me. These modern werewolves have been spotted from the start of the 20th century through today's current times. Most of these sightings seem to take place in the U.S. states of Michigan and Wisconsin. There have been many encounters describing seeing the creature on four legs. Before it rises and stands, this is crazy. Before it rises and stands, they actually hear a popping and cracking of its ligaments as it stands and its bones as it stands erect. And that is crazy. Werewolves change with the cycle of the moon. This is the difference between a dogman and a werewolf. A werewolf does not, the werewolf changes. It is shapeshifter. It changes with the cycle of the moon. The dogman does not change. It is usually in this form all the time, is what we believe. So here are a couple dogman sightings here around Lake Michigan. So here's one here. This is a dogman photo here from Lake Michigan. I'm going to leave that up for a minute. These missing legends hardly scratch the flea bitten surface of these mysterious canine encounters. We're going to start tonight off with Lauren Coleman's International Cryptology Museum. This is actually located here in Portland, Maine. This is about 20 minutes from my home, so it's kind of cool. Remains the hub for all things Sasquatch. Wow, why am I saying that so wrong tonight? Sasquatch, and Nessie has since 2003. It's moved locations over the years, but is now situated in a relatively new development called Thompson's Point, located also in Maine. Hello. All right, the Michigan Dogman is legendly described as a cryptid. That is said to live in the northern woods of Michigan, particularly near the Namaste River. It is described as being similar to the Rugaru Werewolf. Here's my Rugaru. This is the Rugaru Werewolf here that we're actually looking at right now. So that worked out. Huh? All right. 150-year-old legacy of Michigan's most terrifying urban legend, the Dogman. The Michigan Dogman has been haunting residents of the state for years. We're going to get to our news story here. Witnesses describe it as having a man's body and a dog's head. So we can go back to this one. Its eyes are said to be blue or possibly yellow. Although it resembles a human, its howl is like a dog. Oh! All right, the Michigan Dogman is a cryptid that is said to look like human and human and dog. As I said, it's about 7 feet tall. It has been reported as well as being about 10 feet tall as well. Welcome, Julie. Great to see you, my friend. And Chris, welcome. Sorry without you. Good evening, guys. Just jumping right back into my class here. When it's standing on its hind legs, is a strong body that is covered with fur, which is described as shaggy and is either gray, brown, or black in color. It has clawed paws and is capable of walking on all fours and standing upright. It's bipedal. Its head is wolf-like or canine appearance with pointed teeth, while some describe it as having human-like features. I do have some more down here. I just don't want to get into them. I can show you this one. Having human-like features. Its eyes are often described as glowing or having an eerie or unnatural appearance to them, especially when seen in the dark. One of the first Dogman sightings takes place in Great Lakes, Wisconsin city of Racine, right on the western coast of Lake Michigan and very near the border of Illinois. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down to here because this is where our story is taking place. Where did that go? Okay, so this is St. Colota Convent. Okay, so this is where it was seen. A man by the name of Mark Shackleman was working at night. He's a night watchman at St. Colota Convent in 1936. One night during his rounds, Shackleman saw a canine-looking, black-furred and carrion-smelling creature that he described excuse me, that had long claws. The dogman was kneeling and scratching at an indigenous people's burial ground near the convent, but he fled as soon as Shackleman approached to investigate. He returned the next day only to find footprints in claw marks, although apparently two of the fingers seemed to be withered from what the night watchman could tell from the markings. Shackleman, scheduled to work 2 nights in a row, went back the next night, and once again he witnessed the creature scratching at the mound. However, this time the animal didn't run. It stood up 6 feet tall and made eye contact with Shackleman, and then it spoke. Yes, it spoke to him. That's not cool. It was only one word, and I'm going to show you what this word is, okay? Though less than the actual word, it was more of a name. It's Gadara. This is Gadara, okay? The night watchman summoned up his courage and refused to run away. He simply maintained eye contact before praying to God, turning around and walking slowly away. The dogman sneered at Mark, still staring menacingly, but didn't move. Mark Shackleman never saw the creature again, though he did often smell the dead meat smell of the creature. So Gadara is an ancient city in the Middle East, southeast of the Sea of Galilee. One of the Greek cities of the Decapolis, it is described in the Bible as the place where Jesus cast demons out of men and hurled them into the swine, and the swine went into the ocean. So that was the end of them. So anyway, yeah, so that one word was Gadara, so that's kind of insane there. Okay, so our next story takes place. Here's another lovely picture. Boop. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Our next story takes place in the domain of Michigan, Dogman again. Though most pre-1987 sightings of Dogman are showcased in Steve Cook's April Fool's Day song, The Legend. I want you to know I have linked the song below in the description. It is a song about the Dogman in Lake Michigan, and it's really cool song. I do have the lyrics. I'm not going to read it to you tonight, but if you want to check it out, it's really cool because it actually starts off with like a 911 phone call that somebody's actually calling in about the dog man that was spotted, and then it goes into the story behind the dog man, but it's in song version. It's really cool, so I have linked that below. Also too, I have linked below, if you're interested in werewolves and lycanthropes, I have linked that below as well. That is one of my cryptid stories. So back to where we were. Okay. So, the April Fool's Day song is called The Legend. The story of Robert Fortney is one of the first to take place that doesn't show up in music. This is important to bring up because most of the werewolf encounters in Steve Cook's piece are fictionalized, with Cook believing that he made the legend up. However, the story proves that the Dogman was actually truly been around before his song was published in the 1980s. And as I said, it is linked below. Robert Fortney was fishing one summer. Okay, so this is the story. Let's see here. Where is he? Where'd he go? So he was fishing one summer day in the Muskegon River, closest to the town of Paris, Michigan. The year was 1938, and Fortney was 17 years old. Suddenly, Fortney was attacked by a pack of wild dogs, 6 as far as Fortney could count. The teenager was lucky to have his rifle handy. Before any of the dogs could lunge, he fired one warning shot into the air, and after that, all the dogs scattered, except for one. This black-furred canine proved to be no ordinary dog. However, as soon as the shot rang out, it proceeded to stare into Fortney's eyes with his own piercing blue gaze from a distance of 10 feet away. Then it started to grin. Oh, good Lord. They're talking and now they're grinning. Not succumbing to the fear, Robert Fortney fired one more warning shot into the air, this time causing the maybe werewolf to run. However, instead of it skedaddling on all fours, this would be where the werewolf stood up, snap, crackle, pop, tall before running away on its 2 legs. Fortney would be one of the many callers that Steve Cook would receive in 1987 after putting in his song The Legend on the radio. The creature that Cook made up as a prank turned out to be very, very real to the longtime Michigan native of Robert Fortney. That's a crazy story. So again, I've linked that below. I do have the lyrics to the songs. I'll just read the first couple lyrics. Michigan Dogman song lyrics. A cool summer morning in the early of June when the legend began. At a nameless logging camp in Wexford County where the Manistee River ran, 11 lumberjacks near the Garland Swamp found an animal they thought was a dog. In a playful mood, they chased it around till it ran inside a hollow log. And that is the beginning of the song, and I'm not going to read any more to you. I'm going to go through some more. I'm going to jump over to chat. I've been very rude. You guys going okay? Okay. So I'm going to show you some really cool pictures now. All right, so we have the dog man here. That one's pretty creepy. And as I said, it's tossed between a human and a dog, but again, it stays in this form all the time, unlike a werewolf that actually shifts with the moon changes. Here's another creepy one here of the dog man. I have some actual photos. I'm getting down to them in a second here. And this would be the next one of the dog man. I just thought these are really, really cool pictures. Okay, 3 more, and then I'm going to get into the actual photos of the dog man. So here's another creepy one here. So have you guys had any encounters with any creepy cryptids? Sara was actually, we were driving home one night, and it was just dusk, and we were driving down my road that I used to live at, and Sara all of a sudden started screaming hysterically, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" And of course, I'm just driving along because I'm blind. And of course, I didn't see it. And again, it could have been on a frequency that only she was picking up on because I was focused on driving, because driving kind of puts you in a more of a meditative state. Duh. So anyway, Sara described this crazy thing. It was morphing, she said. It was half human, which tells me that it was probably a werewolf or a skinwalker. It was half human and half dog-like. She says that it stopped and looked at her for a brief moment and then jumped off into the bushes on the side of the road. And as we drove by, it was staring at us as we drove by. So that was kind of crazy. So another dog man here. And now we're getting down to the real ones here. Okay, so here is the real one. Now, if you look, the dark area kind of up at the top in this area going straight across, I probably should have circled it. But anyway, he's located right in the middle there. It's kind of hard to see, but here, I got another one here circled. So it kind of shows you the dog man. You can kind of see his snout and his dark eyes out of the picture. This one's kind of crazy. This one's a little bit, again, it's like, why can't we just get a nice solid picture of these damn things? They always have to be blurred. This one's kind of cool. This one's almost like in spirit form here. So that's really quite creepy. And here's another one. This one's actually standing. This one, I believe, was actually caught on somebody's trail cam. That's nuts. That's totally crazy. So, but basically, that is the class in a nutshell. I'm trying to cut the classes back a little bit shorter. We got some crazy stuff going on here, so I'm trying to work around things. We're in the midst of our house being refurbished. So anyway, so we're living in dust and everything else. So anyway, but not your problem. So I'd like to thank you guys all for coming and being here with me tonight. One more thing here. Warning, this property is protected by a highly trained dogman, no responsible for injury and possible death. And here's my dog man right here. Here's my little puppy. Here's my little puppy, Sebastian. Say hello. So I gave him a haircut. So anyway, I'd like to thank you guys all for coming here. Again, the rake next week, and I have a couple pictures of the rake actually in person that we have actually taken. So that's kind of cool. So I thank you all for being here with me tonight. And remember, guys, you keep shining that light. Shine, shine, shine. Please like and subscribe so I can get my craziness out there. Thank you, Julie, my beautiful mod. Thank you, my other mod, Adam and Vincent and little Angie, and anybody else who stumbles along. Again, you're just as valuable and just as important. And I thank you all for being here with me tonight. Chris, God love you and thank you for being here. I hope you all have a great night and we'll see you next week. And take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging. See you later. Shine, shine, shine.